Hello, my name's Joanne Phoenix, and today I'm going to talk about what happens when we set goals and we start to move towards what we prefer, and why most people give up before they've reached what they ultimately want. So I'm going to use the example of New Year. It's New Year, you've set this goal, you're going to get fit. I'm sure many people are familiar with that. You're going to get fit, you're going to eat healthily, and you're going to become this incredibly fit, strong human being. So here's the version of us as we set off on that journey. So this is the person who is there on New Year's Day, ready to start their goals, feeling very, very, very motivated. And then here's the person that we're dreaming of becoming. And I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say that these are two different versions of the same person. And this person here has a journey to go through to become this person here who is fit and healthy. So what happens? Well, we set off on this journey, and let's say that day one we're very motivated, we're raring to go, and we join a gym. And there we find ourselves at the gym, and of course it's very busy because there's many like-minded souls who've joined the gym as well and are there raring and ready to go. And off we go, we join the gym and we feel great, and at the end of day one, that's it, we've done it, we're on track. We are getting fit and we've got all these ideas, and off we go on this journey of the gym, and we might get probably anywhere between day 3, week 2, and we start to feel tired. And we've got muscles that ache, and it's getting more difficult. The alarm, we might have to get up really early in the morning before work, and the alarm goes off and we're lying there, muscles are aching, and we're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this. And then we've got a choice. We either move through that tiredness and continue on that journey, or we might skip 1 or 2 mornings. And if you've ever been on this journey like me, you'll know that skipping 1 or 2 mornings, and often that's you falling off, but you might work your way through that and you carry on going to the gym. And here you are, this version of you now, this version of you who moved through that resistance, and you're not that version anymore. You did have a choice. If you had switched off that alarm, gone back to sleep, and gone back to the way you used to be, you're still that version of you, or maybe a little bit different. But let's just say that you've moved through this resistance, you're now on track, and you've moved through it, and you're on your way to this version of you that's healthy and fit. So now what else is involved? We need to eat healthily. So we're going to the gym and we are feeling more hungry, and we've decided to give up sugar. So we're not eating sugar anymore. Our muscles are aching and we start to crave sugar. And then here it is where the next thing on our journey shows up. So I like to liken this to problems. For most of my life, I thought I had problems. Many people in society thinks they have problems. But the truth is that those problems are showing up to help shape you into the very person that you're becoming and the person that you want to be. And you have the choice to move through these challenges or to revert back to the person you are in that moment. So let's say you've got these sugar cravings, you are going to the gym, it's becoming very difficult, and you sat there one evening watching television and you just want that popcorn, that sweet popcorn that's in the cupboard. And here you are, you've got another resistant point. And here you've got a choice. You can either focus on this fit, healthy person and where you're heading, or you can focus on the sugar. And don't get me wrong, I know how difficult this is. So I'll go into this in another video. It would be a little bit too long if I went into it today. But each time you come up against a resistance point, you are facing emotion. And that emotion is stored in your system. And as I say, that's a whole other video, which I will do. So what tends to happen is we move towards the sugar because we're sedating ourselves. If we didn't move towards the sugar, then we would need to feel the emotion. And as human beings in society, we're not taught how to feel emotion. When we're young, our parents don't want us to feel emotion. We might be at school, emotion's not welcome. And when I'm talking about emotion, there's many forms of emotion. You know, it's energy in the body. Here I'm talking about anger, sadness, or fear. So here we are, we're sat in front of the TV, we've got this craving for sugar, muscles are aching, and there's that popcorn in the cupboard. So we have this choice. We either eat the popcorn and sedate ourselves, or we feel what's going on in our system. And that might be anger, it might be sadness, and it might be fear. And if we move through this resistant point and we keep going, and each time that emotion arises as we come against another thing, we're then on our way to this fit and healthy version of ourselves. And then what might happen is we're here and we find ourselves going for dinner at a friend's. And, you know, it's something like end of January, beginning of February. We're starting to feel a lot better. We've moved through these resistance points, and here we find ourselves, we're at dinner with friends, and out comes dessert. And your friend has made this dessert. She's spent all day in the kitchen. She's raving about it. Everybody is talking about this dessert, and it so happens to be your favourite dessert. And here you've got a choice again, another resistant point. And here we're coming up against something like people pleasing. You know, you might have that chatter in your head, I can't let my friend down, I must have this dessert. All your friends are going, go on, it won't hurt just this one point, you've been good for the last 6 weeks. Because the thing is, their stuff's coming up. And so, emotion again. You know, that fear of letting your friend down, that fear of not going along with the crowd and being different to everybody else. So you're here, meeting a resistant point, emotions coming up, and you have a choice again. You can either decline the dessert in a nice way, or you can eat it. If you decline it, there again, you're moving towards this fit and healthy version of yourself. So, and so on and so on and so on and so on it goes. So this is how it works. This is why most of us give up for very many different reasons. I will go into in other videos about emotions and what we call samskaras and different things that I haven't explained in here. And the key to this video is to explain to you that when we move towards what we prefer, we come face to face with everything that's in our system that isn't that version of what you prefer. And I found along my journey, if I can get in touch with my why, if I can get in touch with my reason why I'm moving towards this version of myself, then it's much more effortless to move through these moments. I've also found that if I get a mentor or an accountability partner, they can remind me of my why, and I get that support along the way. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and there's more to come in the future. Much love.